Okay, we're recording. Welcome to our podcast, QME podcast.
Welcome to QME podcast. We're back again. This time we're doing a different setup now.
Different style.
We have some people joining us. We're going to be talking about basketball. So we'll just go down in a row who all you guys are. We'll start all the way to the left, work our way down.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Prince. I work in New York and everything like that. Happy to be here. Definitely want to talk some basketball today.
Hey, my name is Andy. Appreciate you bringing us over. Let's have a good show.
John, everybody calls me Nate. Artie's brother. Mo, I know them for a minute. Just brought my boys on just because, talk about sports.
Talk about some basketball, right?
A lot of good topics.
Basketball. We big fans of basketball, so,
A lot of good topics.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
All right, bro. So without any further ado, I'm about to hit that intro music, so stay tuned for more. Welcome to our show, bro.
So y'all might see in the back that we have Russell Westbrook highlights playing because that's going to be the topic of the day. We're going to be talking about Russ. Basically,
Russell, man.
He got two highlights.
So
We got two highlights.
These are the highlights. You know when he shoots 8 out of 40? These the 8. These are 8 that went in. So that's basically what we're going into. Now we're going to it really, is he overhyped? Is he a good fit? Well, he's not a good fit with the Lakers, in my opinion, but we're going to be talking about everything about him. Is he a good player? Is he a good fit there? Is what he does conducive to winning at all? Or is it just, a stat show? So that's going to be what we're going into right now. Okay. He's on the Lakers right now. Right now, 80 just came back, right? So now they're full. Well, the stars are healthy now. All the stars are.
No, LeBron right now he's going through. Obviously, he's older, so he's having some problems with I think his left knee. So he's out for a little bit. I'm not sure he's coming back soon, but he was out today. At least he was out today.
Last season.
Yeah, last season for LeBron. Yo, LeBron's trying to play until his son comes.
No, I know that. I'm kidding, bro. No.
LeBron's not leaving anytime soon.
We're going to have to see about that. It's like a season-by-season thing with LeBron.
Nah, it's not a season by season. It's when when the wheels fall off, and he said when he can't dunk, he's 6'8". When he can't dunk will be his last year in the NBA.
But when you're an athlete, when you can still make $40 million, you have to keep playing. Until they offer you 40. When you always get 40 and they say $2 million, you say, "Oh,
Bro,
okay."
40 million is different. 40 million is different.
The only way you don't is if you're Carmelo, because Carmelo, he's having trouble at home. The family he wanted to play basketball, so even for free, he was gonna play. But LeBron, if they offered LeBron $1 million, he'd rather retire. Tom Brady, you rather retire?
Oh,
You're not gonna give him $1 million.
Tom.
That's a different topic.
Yeah.
I mean, if I consider myself the GOAT, I am playing for anything less than 10 mil. It just respects my name.
Out of respect, but that's what
my
Dirk
legacy.
did. Dirk last season, he took no money. I think he took $4.5 million.
I mean, Dirk is, he's a nice guy. He is, he's like.
Yeah, what you mean he's a nice guy, bro? What you mean by that?
He's a nice guy. I mean, I don't see that same I don't feel like LeBron's gonna be like, okay, I'll take one for the team. I'll take less money for the team. I don't think
he'll do that. Yeah, no.
You actually spit in your face.
You can't leave any money on the table. No, the first thing he's gonna tell you, he said, "I'm the kid from Akron. You don't leave money on the table." He's gonna tell you anything that you gotta take.
Yeah, that's fact. Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like LeBron just got some pride in him. That he feels like I came from the bottom, and I know my worth. You don't take less than and what you're worth. You gotta keep getting that money. So I respect that. So I look at him.
I feel that.
Yeah.
As far as knowing your worth, it's just take it back to Westbrook.
Yeah.
If Westbrook was getting paid $10 million a year, we wouldn't be having a conversation about him. He would be playing above his contract.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? It's just facts.
But for 40, 40 means you have to be. You're probably the best. They expect you to be the best player there, but you have to be at least top 3.
At least
on the team.
But to his credit, here's how. Personally, my feelings about him is they put him in an unfair position because people think that he's doing something completely different than any other year. He's shooting the same field goal percentage he shot every single year of his career, got the same 3-point percentage he's had every single year of his career, but we expect a different result.
Stats are a little bit down from LeBron 80, but I had looked a little bit before. It was 18.5 points this year.
But your stats got to go down.
About 7-8 rebounds, 7-8 assists.
You got to take a dip.
But yeah, that's the thing. They love looking at that for Russ, the triple double. But whenever you look at the percentage,
Hey,
40 this year, 44% from around the line because from the field because he always does good when he's inside the paint. But shooting wise, the 30% from three.
And you know what's crazy?
That's what no one talks about.
His finishing around the basket hasn't been great this year, but my only issue with him, like, it doesn't even come from like it's not even from that. It's like he can't accept that he's not the same player he used to be. He has to change like what he.
No, he's still the same player, but he can't be the same
He
player.
can't be the
That's
same type of
team.
Lakers, which is unfair.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Why am I too loud?
No, you're like too far away from the mic.
A little bit too far.
Yeah, both of you are. I mean, I don't want to say shit, but
Yeah, but like he just can't be that type of player he was at OKC with the Lakers. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You have two stars who also need the ball too and stuff
That's
like
facts.
that. So you have to like it's kind of like managing when you should take shots, when you should pass, when you should do this. It's much more complex than when you were at OKC and you were just doing whatever.
I mean, when it comes to Westbrook, it's my opinion on him. I just felt like you know what you're getting. You wanted an ISO player, a person that plays on a bum team, and put up numbers and lead the team to playoff. You know what I mean? So I feel like when you pay that kind of money, you paid for, you know what you're getting. Like Westbrook wouldn't out of nowhere just start shooting 3-pointers. It's not gonna happen. Like we know that. You're not gonna be the best like ball handler on the court. We know that. So when you pay him that money, you know what you're getting. You didn't expect him to just come out here and just shoot, hella threes, high percentage, like all that. So me, like, why you mad at him for? You paying for you know what you're paying for. So I feel like the situation was like for him to be a third option. Like, when LeBron is out, on the bench and the 80's out, Westbrook could be that leader. You know what I mean? That's what I thought that was the situation for.
okay.
So I didn't think, for me, when I saw that, I didn't feel like, oh, this is going to make the team better. It was more like, oh, because 80's injury prone.
Yeah.
And LeBron is kind of old. So I feel like when they both out, they wanted, someone that people can actually look up to. Okay, cool. I can go to the Lakers game and watch Westbrook play. LeBron is not playing good or AD play good. So I thought that was the purpose of, bringing Westbrook, into the game. So I didn't expect him to come to Lakers and, shoot like, high percentage. You know what I mean? Pass the ball, become Chris Paul out of nowhere. I didn't expect it from him, you know what I mean? So for me, when I watch him, I just knew like, oh, this is what we know from the past.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Westbrook is great on a team like they said the Pistons. That's a good fit for him, you know what I mean? Because
And they might make the playoffs.
Exactly. That's who Westbrook is. It's that it will fit in that. It will fit in like those kind of like low market, like need a superstar, kind of team, but not of the team that wants to win a championship.
Yeah.
I feel like why you guys know what you wanted.
Right.
Like you like it's like me paying. I don't know. I feel like you paid for what you wanted. Like you didn't. I don't know what you expected.
So let me ask you guys this right here. Originally, they were supposed to get Buddy Hield, right? They were supposed to get Buddy Hield, and then LeBron and AD came in, and they're like, "No, Westbrook is there. We're gonna get him." Do you think Buddy Hield would have been a better fit for the Lakers, or?
So I definitely think Buddy Hield would be better. Also going into the point guards, at first it was 3 guards that they were trying to get. They were trying to get Chris Paul, Kyle Lowry before he went to the Heat, and they were trying to get him. Then after it was Buddy Hield also. I think Buddy Hield definitely fits better.
Yeah.
Because any top 3 you have, any successful big 3, you need a high percentage catch and shoot 3-point
shooters.
But
You can't
when
have-
said big three. Like who? The problem. With
I'm
the
saying
Lakers-
successful champions.
Yeah.
So we'll bounce back off the same topic where we were saying successful big 3.
Yeah, what was the question again? Yeah.
So originally, the trade was supposed to be for Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield's going to LA, and then they'll figure out a package to take back to Sacramento.
Yeah.
Probably a package of like Kyle Kuzma, and the other guy. What's his
Kuzma and Harrell.
exactly. But
yeah.
they went to the Wizards for Westbrook, right? So what I was asking is, do you think Buddy Hield would have been a better fit? What
Yeah.
we're seeing right now, or like not really.
So yeah, what I was saying with that was, I think every successful big 3, the real successful ones, you need a high percentage 3-point shooter,
Right.
especially catch and shoot. That's why the Celtics were as successful as they were, that they had 2 big 3 people who were good catch and shoot 3-point shooters. Because you have 3 people that could get double team on big 3s. That's what it's supposed to be. So when they do that and get somebody open, and you can't hit an open 3,
Right.
then
facts.
like it's detrimental.
That Celtics big 3 is probably like, in my opinion, like
one of the best big three, like
It's-
top three.
No,
big
Them and
as far as
Celtics,
fit,
bro.
as far as fit,
as far as fit,
consistency,
seamless, like,
yeah,
they
hurts.
hurt.
Yeah, that's
Perfect
Celtics
fit.
and the
somebody who's a
Spurs.
pure 3-point shooter, somebody who can get a bucket at any time, and somebody who's a dog in the paint.
Ray Allen will never dribble.
Come
But
on, he doesn't need
anytime
to.
it's open, he's gonna hit.
He doesn't need
Paul
to.
Pierce, he does some ISO, but if you give it to him open, he's gonna hit.
He's gonna hit.
KG, he has a little bit of a three, but if you need to post, he'll do
Right.
the post, and his mid range is very good.
He can hit it from anywhere.
Plus, what people are forgetting is they all can play defense. Like a big problem with the Lakers right now, and even a big three, like Buddy Hield, LeBron James, and AD is not a big three. It's a big two and Buddy Hield. That's Buddy Hield.
but
You know what I mean?
somebody.
Like Kings are
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
get him off their hands right now. Like
But I feel like they could have
yeah.
done that and added like a lower quality point guard and been in a better situation with Buddy.
But I think the problem, like, everybody's trying to match up with the Brooklyn Nets right now. Everybody wants.
No,
a
but
big
you
three.
can't. Nobody is already Kyrie and KD alone. Nobody is them. Even without Harden, nobody
Which
is.
is facts.
Both guys 50, 40, 90 they could be.
But could you say Lakers at their best with Russ? I think it's like Buddy Hield would make them better than they are now. Because hindsight is like 100%. At the end of the day, like we're looking at the season right now. The season, like obviously we know now that Buddy Hield probably would have been a better fit than 2 games below 500, right? Like we know, like
I don't think so though. I don't know, cause
I don't know if he raises their ceiling though.
yeah, I don't. I mean,
Ceiling with Westbrook if he's playing well.
yeah, I just feel like Westbrook missing layups is what made me kind of feel like wow, like we're not supposed to do that. When we signed Westbrook, we're supposed to be do what he does best, go to the paint and make layups. So when I saw him missing layups, I just felt like wow, like we had the lowest ceiling right now. So Buddy Hield to me, it's like what is he doing now? I haven't heard his name in like 2 years, 3 years now. So for me, I see, what they wanted in Malik Monk is what they wanted from, kind of like when they brought a Malik Monk, it's like corner 3 shooter. Like, hey, when AD's in the paint, the ball go to the basket, you can just kick it out to, Malik Monk and just, shoot a 3. But that kind of backfired a little bit, with everything. And Westbrook, so they had all this paint, presence people like Westbrook, AD, and LeBron. They all paint, paint guys. They scored the basket. So I feel like they just needed just good 3-point shooters. They don't have to be superstars. They just have to be like, someone had Klay Thompson, Steve Novak, all those kind of like sport up. Like even the Heat have Duncan Robinson. I feel like they just needed someone who can just like when they go to the paint, they can kick it out, and they just shoot the 3. I don't even look at the Bucks. If you look at how the Bucks is built, they have people who can shoot the 3. They can pass it to
But
Pat
I will
Cunningham.
say like the Bucks have the benefit of time.
Yeah.
Like obviously Lakers got to put something together like in the offseason. It's not that
Yeah,
easy.
but I feel like the 3-point shooters that the Bucks have are not superstar athletes. They got Grayson Allen who can shoot the 3. It's not he can make threes.
Now he's been doing. He's for most improved. I think he's in there.
Exactly. Also, Pat. I think Pat Cunningham. I mean,
Connaughton.
If you pass it out, he can make that 3. You're not gonna be dribbling the ball too much. He's gonna be in the corner shooting 3s. And they have some, basic like even what's the name called Bobby Portis.
Yeah, Bobby
He
Portis.
became a low key a 3-point shooter now. Just exactly. So they have some people who can went on expensive superstars, but they just stay outside the paint and just shoot 3s because you have Giannis going to the paint all the time. So that's something I thought the Lakers wanted from
The
Buddy.
Lakers don't have like all those guys that you named.
They don't have shooters.
Are guys that are trying to earn a contract, their next contract.
Exactly. So I
they
felt
don't sleep on possessions. Like Lakers' effort is what this year? Trash. They don't bring it every single night. Those are proven superstars. They need a couple of guys.
Yeah,
who
they don't
come
give a
in,
shit, bro.
I-
Yeah.
you know, I wouldn't say-
They don't give a
Some
shit.
bad
Yeah.
I
signings.
wouldn't say they don't have shooters, but they have more inconsistent shooters.
Yes.
Carmelo, when he's hot, 25 points.
Streaky.
Streaky. He goes 6 for 8 for 3.
Not
and
anymore,
then they're
bro. Not
winning.
anymore. Not anymore.
Kendrick Nunn is injured, but he's streaky. Yeah.
He won't do it. He'll do it like once a week. You know what I'm saying? He'll get like 24, 25 points, 6 for 8 for 3, and then they'll win the game, right? And then the other weeks he'll probably go like 1 for 7, or it's like an inconsistent stat line. Same thing with Malik Monk and the other shooters. You know what I'm saying? They just don't have that go-to shooter that can get you like a 14, 15, and hit like
there's
3
no
for 5 or
elite.
4 for
Yeah.
5. You know what I'm saying? Like something.
There's no
consistent.
Redick. There's no elite.
No,
yeah.
exactly. No
No
Redick.
Redick. No Corver. No Eddie.
No Corver, no Eddie
also-
House.
no,
They don't
Eddie
have
House
that
was
one.
good.
He was
Yeah.
solid. He was solid, and he played defense too. Like, he was solid. He was very, very solid. But they don't have anybody like that. And on top of that, they're just dealing with like chemistry issues. Like, you can tell like they don't practice a lot. You can
Yeah.
tell off rip. You can tell on the court they don't practice a lot. It's just like it's either LeBron in the scrimmage or AD in the scrimmage. It's like one of the three. You can tell all of them don't play together on the practice, like when they're practicing.
They got to just do. You know what I'm saying? They have to do 3-point drills. They have to do a lot more 3-point work on everyone.
Yeah.
You know, LeBron has to definitely go up there. Russ, he's not going to tell them to shoot threes. Russ, that's the thing I don't like about Russ either. There's no accountability. If they lost, he just goes, "We lost. Why you asking me questions?" He doesn't.
Nah, you actually right on
He
that.
never
though.
takes any
You're
accountability.
right though. That's actually what I be talking to my friends about that. Like that's the worst, energy you need in the locker room.
Yeah.
When someone just like doesn't care.
Like
You know what I mean? We you play with one of the best basketball players of all time, who has a passion for winning, like LeBron does. I just feel like you should that passion should rub off everyone. I did not feel that. I did not feel Westbrook. Felt like, oh, I'm playing with LeBron, so now I have to win.
And
I didn't feel like it changed his model about winning. I just feel like it was more like, oh, I'm gonna just do my thing, and what happens. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. But he has that OKC mentality on the Lakers. But it's not going to work.
Yeah, the thing is,
felt-
I feel like there's something wrong with it where either he himself obviously doesn't take accountability, but there's something in the organization where the coach or the teammates aren't telling him anything either. And we don't know why.
Bro, he wants
we
the
don't know if
spotlight.
maybe they said it behind the back and he said, "Oh, leave me alone." Like, "Oh, yeah, I was like, don't tell me what to do."
But I feel like
he might do that too.
I know, but also I feel like Westbrook has a celebrity.
He would, yo. He's that type of player.
And also, I feel like Westbrook's lucky as celebrity. You know what I mean? So it's not. I feel like this doesn't define his celebrity status. I don't.
I
feel
mean,
like
just because he dresses good doesn't mean he plays good.
I mean, but people would, if Westbrook was on the street, people would, oh my God, that's Westbrook. Oh my God, I want to take a picture of him. You know what I mean? It's a celebrity, even without basketball being there.
Yeah.
So I just feel like that's kind of what I don't want. I feel like the Lakers don't need that. You want people like, I can say names that I feel like they're good players, and they don't have that celebrity.
Bro, I feel like he misses being the center of attention because when he was on OKC, bro, like he was like the limelight of like, the team, bro. And he had KD with him, bro.
Exactly.
And he was like trying to win at fucking like playoff games and shit, bro. And
Yeah, he would also he's like chilling with rappers, going out, strip clubs. I'm like, man, like you don't want that right now.
So
You know what I mean? You want a person who's passionate about winning first.
Yo, so you're saying when they traded for Westbrook, they were just following the name as opposed to the person that would fit the team? That makes sense.
The Rockets did that too. I was upset. I said, as good as your team is, you're gonna get Russ, and then you're losing all the games, and you trade Capella. Capella's 20-20.
Yeah, Capella.
That's why the Hawks were in the conference finals last year. Capella's getting 20-20, at least 20 rebounds. The points he might not always get them.
They traded and he
always
blamed the
get you
wrong
20
person.
rebounds.
Yeah.
yeah.
But you know the one thing I will say with
He's
Russ,
always top 5 rebounds since last 3-4 years. Top 5-7 rebounds.
But the thing with Capella is like his game is very limited. Very limited. If you're not throwing alley hoops to him, what is he doing?
But for the Rockets to
standing
say
around.
Russ, they said Russ is so bad at shooting and he's always around the paint that we should have no center. That's crazy.
But that's why I'll say like, yo, they decided to make Russ work. It's like, yo, we have Russ. We're gonna put him in a position to be successful.
And it was working a little bit.
Yeah, it was working
at first.
At the end of the day, they were competitive. They were better than they were before, and Russ's percentages went up. That's called working with what you have. Like the Lakers put Russ in a tough spot. Who can shoot the ball other than them? Other than LeBron James, who can shoot the ball? Taylor Horton Tucker can't shoot.
He plays just like LeBron.
Yo, I would say Taylor Horton Tucker. Like,
Slightly worse.
Yeah,
Slightly
he's
worse.
literally-
it's redundant.
Oh, what's
Like,
the
So
Hill
the Walmart version.
Yeah, the white dude that they have.
Caruso?
Austin
No.
Reeves.
Yeah.
Oh, Austin Reeves is a dog.
I like Caruso a lot.
Yeah, I
Austin
miss
Reeves
Caruso,
is-
bro.
Yeah, they missing
Bro.
Caruso
He's
like,
like-
a lot, man. I
he's
just
an
sad about
Kobe.
that. Yeah, I'm
bro,
very
the
sad.
energy, the energy that he brought. Yeah, I like.
Bring
that
him
a
to a
lot.
team like a team that needs like honestly OKC. Imagine him playing for OKC.
No, they didn't appreciate Alex Caruso.
Yeah, they didn't appreciate.
They
it.
didn't appreciate.
And you
They
know
should have
what?
gave him his money.
The reason why Caruso left because he needed a bigger role.
No, but money too. He said that he just
Bro,
wanted
he
more
was
money.
stealing LeBron's
They- like,
spotlight, bro. Like they were like, yo, get the fuck off the team, bro. Yeah, they're like, yo, you're coming in too hot, bro. Yo, yo, kick him.
$5 million.
There's only one fucking place for receding hairlines, bro. Not you, bro.
You can't. The Caruso was too important. Caruso was tough.
God.
He got injured, but he was third in steals, fourth in steals. He was doing a lot of like the
He was
things
putting
you
up a
don't
lot of
notice.
shots, too.
But he's getting the 12 points, 4 steals that people aren't talking about. And then they don't have that player anymore who's actually playing that hard and even potentially playing that good defense.
So
You know what they have? Stanley Johnson. What does Stanley Johnson offer you offensively?
And they're really talking about him just because of the fact he plays defense. And no
Exactly.
one's playing defense.
He doesn't shoot the ball well. He doesn't really have a strong handle. I don't even know what position he plays on the court.
He was on the street. nobody on the street.
They're like, yo, we need a fifth
When
player
we
on
talk
the
about
court.
the street,
Even
when we talk about the
Pistons, they
street, he
didn't
was
want
right there.
Even the Pistons, they said,
Like,
we're winning 8 games, but you're not helping us.
Do not be surprised if you see him in a hoodie over there. Downstairs.
Yo, he not at the point. Yeah, he's like, it's like, yo, it's just
Exactly. Like, yo, it's this Stanley Johnson. Like, yo, don't talk to me, bro.
They gave this man 2 10 days. They gave him 2 10 days before they signed him.
Yeah, circling back to what John said about Alex Caruso, he said, "Yo, you want people who wants to play for contracts. You know what I mean? That's what the Lakers were actually a championship last year with LeBron and AD. Those guys actually work hard. Even though, look at the Bulls now. They like almost the #1 seed for the past like weeks now. You know what I mean? Because they have dudes and Kobe White. You know what I mean? All those names. They like you need even look at the Cavs. They don't have people who are certified. Oh, I'm a superstar. You know, I'm better than everyone else. Don't talk to me. They people like if the coach walk up to them like, hey, do better. They're like, yes, coach. You know what I mean? They honestly. If you tell Westbrook, yo, don't slow down. Don't make that play. Look at
Oh
you
yeah,
like,
because they don't have the luxury to like.
Exactly,
Just,
like-
yeah, they
like,
have to
we
kiss their
talking-
coach's ass, bro. Yeah,
You know
the
what?
coaches do what they
Say, yo,
want.
I'm an MVP. I'm for my MVP. You know, I averaged triple double for all season. Like, what you talking to? And I did not. I just so I felt from Westbrook. I mean, I don't hate him, but I just felt like I don't feel like you can tell me like you can coach me anymore. I don't feel like he wants to change.
I don't feel a sense of urgency.
Exactly.
I don't feel like.
I mean,
I don't
he
feel that I wanna
should
change.
take it more serious, bro.
When you can skip media sessions, there's no sense of urgency. You're above the law. Like
You're
media
above.
is true though. Like you get paid to what? Talk to the media. That's a part of your. I can't just tell my boss if I'm a janitor like I don't want to clean the bathrooms. Like that's a part of my job. That's a part of my job description. That's what I'm paid to do. So I'm a firm believer in.
You don't have to.
You don't have to, but then you don't have to be in my business. We can also end this contract like right here. But the problem with it is like my problem with him stems from like you gotta show up to media sessions. You gotta answer questions. Don't be on your phone during media sessions because I can't be on my phone when my boss talks to me. The media is the reason y'all get paid. Like a big part of like the reason why the game is being.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, no, he has a point because
they
media
get
is
upset
such a
that they're
big thing now.
asking them
Yeah.
normal questions.
So yeah, social media is such a big thing for all these like superstars
That's how
now.
you get paid.
That's how they get paid. That's how they get endorsements, like sponsorships, all that. Like I mean,
That's
the
why
contract
Paul-
is like a thing, but like all the money that's coming from is like contract sponsorships
It's
and all
not
that.
just a game. Kyrie Irving's like it's just a game. Like I understand.
It's politics. I think it's politics too. Yeah.
Politics. It's not just a game.
That's why Paul
All those
George
shoe deals, bro.
Ross.
I mean, now we see.
Don't answer questions.
I mean, if you don't have a shoe deal, who are you?
That's true, bro.
I see nowadays. I see players like kicking fans out now. But like, what do you think about that?
Wait, what's up? Say it one more
Kicking
time?
fans out.
Yeah.
Oh, like when the thing with Melo. recently?
Yeah, I just
So-
saw. I see that trend.
Oh, just the
starting
trend of
crazy.
like when they talk when like there's hecklers.
Yeah.
And then the NBA
Oh, and they
player,
start
like,
fighting
talks
each
back to
other,
them.
yeah.
They start like banning. They start banning the fans. on it.
Yeah, I was like, I was thinking like
That's a good thing.
shows-
Yeah, they should.
I showed you about the power of the players now. You know, when it comes to like.
All right, because all the players are like under stress, so
No,
like they
but-
don't need a fucking fan to
No.
like.
I haven't said that before. It's my first time, in sports. Like every time I watch sports as a kid, I didn't see a player just walk up to like a rap like, "Yo, kick him out." Like, I don't. I just look at that. I started seeing now, and I'm like, I don't think that I was just gonna ask like, "Yo, do I like that?" Like, you pay like you like close to the players.
You at least
pay-
$10,000.
You pay $10,000. You know what I mean?
So you're telling me that like the whole team or like the whole organization went soft because like fans. Are
Exactly.
Just,
I
yeah.
feel like everything just became sports.
Nah, but it's also what he said.
I can get.
Yeah,
It's
I
also
mean,
what the fans said.
yeah,
It was
I mean,
It's also for media attention now.
yeah, exactly.
So that's how you get more people to watch fucking NBA now.
Exactly. So I get it. Like you're right. You know what I mean about respect. I don't like that. But I feel like that's part of sports though.
I feel like you
respect-
can.
I
If
feel
they're
like people like
close,
fights.
maybe you could kick them. But I don't get that they're banning people quickly.
I know.
Like-
I just don't like a play. I don't like the player corner you come here, kick him out. That's kind of like I feel. I just saw that trend recently with LeBron and Melo, and I think.
But they banned both of them.
Yeah, but I just
They
don't
actually
like.
banned them forever.
I feel like I'll ask like, hey, do I get a refund? You know what I mean? Because I paid. Also, I want to have.
Imagine
Yo, take the mic, please.
I want to have.
Get a season
Pull,
pass.
pull the mic away.
I have to pull the mic away because I have to disagree with what he's saying because like I believe there's fair play. There's fair play. You cannot call me boy. Get in the quarter, boy. Show me boy. That's basically calling me an N-word.
But
So like you can't call me the N word. That's not fair play.
the thing about it,
Call
though,
me a
is,
boy.
Call me trash. if
but
I'm missing
historically,
jumpers, it's fair play.
every sport is like that.
I know.
If I'm
Exactly.
watching, that's
And
Philly
historically,
is
we were slaves.
notoriously
Things
known.
change, you know
It's
what I mean?
notorious. No, but every sport is like that. Like somebody's trying to score, and you're like, "Yo, fuck you!" And you're
Exactly.
Like,
I heard when
That's
you
what
play
you came
soccer
for.
in Europe, it's the same exact way, bro.
You know me, I'm
Sports
asking-
are
Bro,
same
they
exact
don't, they don't understand. Yeah, it's
Yo,
exactly the same
I
way.
remember this happened in
Maybe worse.
It was something like that where it was like Mexico or something where it was like
They
a
call
free,
it the N-word,
It was a
but-
free goal that they were supposed to get.
Oh, dude, at China, when
you know
they were calling the N-word to all the basketball players
off
off the fucking bus.
free kick.
I'm cool with it, but like, once it starts crossing races, it's not fair play.
Did you? You saw that,
It's
right?
not fair play. Yo, I saw it, and the way that I felt about it was at first there was two guys. There was a white guy and there was a black guy with a jersey. So I thought the black guy was calling him boy. I'm like, it might not be racist. But once I seen they both got thrown out, if it's the white guy calling him boy, I know what boy means. Let's be honest. Like it's a racial connotation to it. So if it's like if that's where it's coming from, I understand. Like you have to understand, Carmelo Anthony's from New York. Like he's played in New York at Madison Square Garden, where people are like one of the worst fans ever. They boo you.
But also
he's probably heard worse.
But also that wasn't a trend. It wasn't a trend back then, though. He wasn't a trend, though.
Ban you for that.
When LeBron kicked the
Bro,
fan out,
Philly's kinda different, though.
supposedly
Yeah.
a fan was wishing death on Bronny
That wasn't a
James.
trend, though. That wasn't a trend,
Wait
though.
a minute. He was wishing death on Bronny James.
Like you're right though, but I heard
who wished death on my son and I don't say something. He has to get kicked out the.
I know what you mean, but I feel like the reason
Yeah,
why
yeah, because that does cross the
That's
line, bro.
crazy.
That's
Like,
that's
I'm
crossing the
saying,
line.
my point is that I don't think it's okay. My point is more like sports. You know, I feel like when you're in the sports world, a lot of things happen. You
They
go
wish
social.
Okay.
that he
yeah.
died in a car crash. That's
Honestly,
what they said about Bronny
I felt like you took it to like the extreme. He was just trying to say that like the whole NBA went soft because they're just
exactly.
getting
It's
blood.
a lot,
I felt-
no, but
I
he's
felt
talking
like-
about the last two. He's talking about the last two people who got thrown out. LeBron and Carmelo. In both those situations, it was racial, and another one was wishing death on
But
his
also,
son.
wait, you're
Like,
question
they're
though.
not just throwing people left and right.
But also,
out the stadium.
when have you heard this? Like people, players throw fans out of the game before this.
Because we got less fans in the stadium now, so you hear
So,
everybody.
so I'm saying it became a new thing.
We got less stadium,
It
so
became a
you
new
hear
thing.
everything.
So my point is like, yo, it didn't happen.
No, it's not new, but there's more media coverage on it.
No, but
I know I've
before
seen it
people
before.
were cursing
I've
and
seen a
they're
fan-
fighting.
No, I mean, there's always been like fans that like fight the players. Yeah.
Artest was fighting the fans, and
I know,
the
I
fans
know.
probably came back.
But I never seen a player walk up to like before the season. Have you seen a player walk up to a referee like, yo, this guy out?
They usually just play.
Just play.
Usually they don't say anything.
So,
They just
so
play.
I'm saying, so I feel like the NBA player got soft. So I mean, like, you know, I get it. It's a family, all that. But I feel like they feel,
No, but it's also for society like standards, I guess, that
Now-
they have to now report
Report
like
everything.
everything that's going
and
on.
now,
Yeah.
so that's how I just feel like now players talking about I don't want to go to talk to the media.
Saying you suck, saying you're trash. But once you start saying like,
But then again,
I wish
you-
Bronny dies in a car crash. Like,
I heard worse.
But it's
I
just
heard-
changing the way media is too, because
Yeah.
people were probably kicked out.
I wish you
before
took a
just didn't hear
helicopter.
about them.
That's crazy.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's deep. I would kick you out though. I'll be honest. If I was a player,
you see, and he get kicked out the stadium. But yo, like at the end of the day, yo, it's like.
I'm
I just
joking.
feel
I'm
like
joking. I'm joking.
He's joking, by the way.
No. Yeah, he's joking. He's joking.
He's joking, by the way. RIP
Just an
to the
example.
GOAT. RIP to the GOAT.
No, rest in peace, Kobe. Yeah.
Giving me two mics.
I want to switch.
Play about Kobe.
He's trying to talk in two different mics.
Nah, I just got to switch because the wire is kind of. But yeah, for me, I just feel like I feel like we kind of like went from Westbrook to like everything else from that kind of shows you that we talk about being soft, being like privileged. I feel like Westbrook shows me like, hey, I can do what I want.
No, but yeah, he
You know what I
never. Even when they ask questions, he doesn't want to answer. He doesn't answer.
Exactly. I don't-
He pushes it off.
Yo, he just reminds me of Odell, bro. Like Odell does the same shit.
I mean, Odell, I still feel Odell's a little bit. I feel like Odell's more social media, not actually on the field. I feel like coach can talk to him like, yo, don't do that, and Odell will listen. But Westbrook I feel like he feels like I'm powerful. I'm more powerful than the whole team.
He's just cocky with it. Yeah,
I feel
no,
like
it's going to his head.
Exactly, and I feel like people are talking. Should I bench him? Like, bro, if it was someone else, you bench him right now. Why you asking the media like, should I bench Westbrook? Like, bro, you see the
No,
man.
but as soon as they say they might fire him, you have to bench Westbrook.
Exactly.
Because it's your last chance to win.
Is it-
So if you think you should bench him, you should bench him.
You got to do anything in your power to stay up.
One thing I will say though, when it comes to benching, when you bench a $40 million player, you got to remember, things change now. Like that's a $40 million decision by management. When you decide to bench someone who's worth $40 million, not only do you not like, first off, he's not
Their
playing,
money plummets, bro.
but at the same time, you drop his trade value.
Yeah, the money drops.
You
Right,
can't
yeah.
do
That's
like,
the same thing that happened with
Yeah,
Melo. That's
like,
the
you
reason
can't
why a lot of
just-
teams didn't want to pick him up. Because they say the coach says what they said was like,
A coach doesn't want to look down his bench, right, and see somebody who's a perennial all-star.
That's facts.
Fighting for minutes. It's crazy. You might as well not have him on the team.
That's the way Ben Simmons is, and that's why they're not going to trade him at all. He's going to expire.
Fucking Ben, bro.
Because
Fucking
As
pussy.
soon as you say
Ben's a pussy, bro.
As soon as
Yeah,
it
nah,
goes,
he is.
but as soon as there's the decision that he won't play at all, they're not giving you stars for someone that's not playing.
Bro, he's a good
not
player, but he's just a fucking
Eventually-
bitch, bro. He
but
has
the-
a good ass team, and he had a good ass team to fucking do
the
shit
thing with
with.
Ben Simmons is like, there's no way, even in a trade, there's no way I will take you and I have to pay you $40 million and you cannot shoot. And you cannot shoot. And then you can't just say, oh, I've been practicing
Okay,
and it
wait,
hasn't
wait.
been working and stuff like that. Yeah.
How about he takes the money now, tries to play his best, and then like over time he'll make the money that he was like looking for. I don't know why he's just trying to aim high while playing low.
One thing I,
I
would
know,
say,
but
though, is like
injuries,
Doc
bro.
Rivers,
That's not guaranteed. Injuries, bro,
That's
can end
facts.
anything. Yeah.
But Doc Rivers set him up though. Like it wasn't like I will say to his credit, like yo, if the media asks you as a coach, can you win basically asking him like, not word for word, but can you win a championship with
The
this
setup, yeah.
and you say I'm not sure. Like, if you're not sure, you're going up to the media and saying you're not sure if I'm that guy.
When he said that, he made a big mistake.
You made a big
He
mistake.
made a big mistake.
Very
Like
tough.
them having a broken relationship is not a problem. But like my thing is like when you don't play, like bro, like it don't matter what anybody tells you. Like you have a contract. Like you have to honor your contract. Your contract doesn't say because your coach talks shit to you, you don't show up to work. Like that goes beyond that. So like him not showing up to work is different. So that's why I have a problem with him. But him having an issue with the coach and wanting to leave, why don't you just play and ask to be traded?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, play the game.
Yeah.
What?
Well, like, what's the point of playing basketball? Aren't you supposed to love the sport that you play?
I mean, we talk about this every day. You know, I just feel like when I said the league's getting soft now, as a prime example of because we giving the players too much power. I just feel like
yeah.
too much power.
I agree.
But the thing is,
You know, I don't feel like because I work a 9-to-5 job. We all work, 9-to-5 job. We don't have that privilege of just doing that. You know what I mean? So
I mean, we would love to.
Exactly.
Yo, boss, I'm out at 12, huh?
Pay me $100K at my home. Like I can't come to work.
but the thing about it is now, at a certain point when you have all this money, you realize that what's the difference between 200 million and 240? There's no difference. You
I
can do
know.
everything you want.
I know.
So when they're realizing that, they're like, they really are prioritizing, oh, I just feel like living in California. So I'm
Yeah.
not going to play till they trade me to California.
I know.
Oh, if I stop playing basketball, I'll stop playing. I have
He's
5
doing
million.
that funny stuff
I have my
too.
shoe, I have my clothes. So the thing is, now they're realizing the real power they have. They don't have to play.
Honestly, yeah,
Kyrie
LeBron.
doesn't have to play. If Kyrie wants, don't play. Make a new shoe. More people will buy
Buy
the
a
shoe
shoe.
because he's not
Actually,
playing.
for
Same thing with LeBron, bro. Yeah, he can just stay on the side and just do the
I
same.
would tell Kyrie to actually produce an anti-vax shoe right now. I sell out.
Or shirt.
I would actually sell out. I actually produce that.
There's too
and
many
call it
ways.
Yo, has
anti-vax.
Kawhi played once this season?
Nah,
I
I'm
don't
saying.
know. I don't know.
My
Not
point.
Kawhi. He hasn't
Also,
played once.
like,
Isn't he still injured?
He's injured, but I just feel like
No, but Kawhi, he was one of the first people to say that. He said, oh, I'm not playing. Kawhi said, oh, I'll come here, but when I don't want to play, I'm not going to play.
Yeah, at least he's real. At least he's a real
Yeah,
fucking
he doesn't
player.
give a damn.
He's a real person.
The
Yeah.
Kawhi
He doesn't give a
situation
fuck.
is sensitive though. The reason why I'm not gonna pressure Kawhi was because they said they tried to make him play hurt. Yo, the second they started, like they said that doctors were giving him like
No, that was San Antonio.
San Antonio.
San Antonio.
So
So
he chose
after
not to
San-
play
yeah.
because they tried to set him up to play hurt, which is unfair because he was about to earn another big contract. So like, yo, you can't make me play on a bad knee, hurt myself this season. So you guys are compromising my safety and my future. So that's different. Like I'm not gonna kill. Like, and his teammates came crazy.
No, but the Raptors, he was playing when he wanted to play. Till the playoffs, but he was missing a lot of games when he wanted to.
But they load managed him. but the Toronto thought they knew they probably had him for a year. So Toronto's like, yo, we got to just keep him until the playoffs because at the end of the day, at that stage, he's better than
No, but
See, that's a
but
prime
no
example of
free
a good
agent.
player.
No
bro.
free agent
Yeah,
wanted
if
to go
Ben
there.
Simmons literally did the same shit that Kawhi did on the Raptors, he probably would have gotten traded.
But also, I feel like Kawhi made sure he can do that in like on the Raptors and stuff like that. So what happens when he was on the Spurs doesn't happen again.
Yo, but when Kawhi does play,
Oh yeah, he balls
Bro,
out.
he's been on
balls
chip
out.
teams, bro. Yeah, like he's won chips with like good amount of teams, bro. He's a good ass player.
he's a good
Like,
ass
yeah.
player. Yo, look at fucking
Oh, actually, wait. Can we just take a break and then like cut right into it? So yeah, we're just gonna take a quick break. Be right back. All right, we're back. We're back.
Yeah, just came back.
We're a little eager to talk. No, I know.
We're back.
We were on like Ben Simmons. It started with Russ, but we just started going at the fact that a lot of players now They just have egos. They find out that they can kind of do whatever they want. If you're the star of the team, you can have an attitude. You can do whatever you want, not follow rules, do whatever. That's kind of how it's going.
Yeah, no,
That's how gods are made.
That's facts.
No, for sure. And we started to see it after
That's
like the
God
last.
mentality. No, I'm sorry. No,
Yo, when you
continue.
have enough money, and when you have enough money to the point where like society's politics don't apply to you, I don't want to say become a god, but like that's what they feel like.
Yeah. No,
Like
yeah.
everybody around you wants your autograph. I don't want his autograph now. If I got Russ, yo, are you wearing why nots? Who? Fact. You got the why nots too. Like, yo, he's a dope player. He deserves his money because even failing, watching him fail is worth $40 million. So I don't want to talk about another man's pocket and say he doesn't deserve to get paid 40. But what I'm saying is understand what the $40 million entails. It means you show up to media sessions. It means you show up to practice. It means that, yo, if the coach wants to bench you, you got to take that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Like, it's just like recognize what your job entails. Like, this is what $40 million is for.
I feel like Russ is like an average player that gets like too much hype.
I don't think he's average.
Above average.
No,
I think he's
The thing with him is like you can't call somebody average when they're triple doubles. They average a triple double
But I
for
will
the season.
say he got stuff that is superhuman, and he got stuff that's super ass.
No, but the thing
Like,
he just
Yeah, like that's
super
what I mean.
ass,
Yeah,
super
like,
ass.
there's no what I mean is
When
like
you
there's
talk
no
about-
consistency. There's no like gray lines.
So when
on
you
it.
talk about when you talk about super ass, what would be an example of
Hey
that?
yo, like he can dunk on your big man, but at the same time he can miss a wide open layup.
But
So he can dunk on him.
It's a fast break too.
Yeah, that's
We
pretty
don't know what
sad.
we're getting out of him. It's like,
Bro,
He missed a lot of fast
those bank
breaks.
shots
Yeah.
lately that have been hitting the top of the
yo, he has to delete that from
no,
the game.
but he actually has
Deleted from the server.
he actually has to dunk on you because he's not sure he's gonna make the free throw.
and he's doing it multiple times.
No, but for real though, that backboard shot, I seen it hit the top of the top of the backboard. At least, yo, I'm like, yo, it can't. Sometimes I'd be checking, is this the same game they keep replaying? But I'm like, it's not the same game. I'm like, he did it again. I'm like, yo,
It's a different Russ, different
I'm
dunk.
like, yo, I'm like, yo, somebody gotta be like, yo, LeBron. LeBron does that thing where he like bites his lip. You know what he does? Like he bites his lip and walks. Yo, Bron.
when he's mad. Yeah.
Yo, Bron, everybody in the crowd is saying, do away with that shot. Talk to your boy. Like, this is your boy. Like, is their communication not good?
Yeah,
That he can't be
you're
like-
right though. 100%. Like,
I mean,
go
yeah,
ahead.
communication is key on the court. Yeah,
Communication
yeah.
is crazy.
No,
It
no,
is.
yeah. Come on.
I mean, what John said is 100% right. We don't know what we're getting from this man. You know what I mean? You don't know. Like, I feel like he could be so good at something and just be bad. I feel like
He's like the wild card in Uno.
I just feel like Westbrook isn't a basketball player. I just feel like he's an athlete on a basketball court. You know what I mean? That's why I look at him. You know what I mean? Because the man doesn't do
Okay,
basketball.
yeah, he's an athlete on the court. Yeah,
I don't see him do pick and rolls. All those little stuff. Like the little stuff that matters in the court. So I've seen players with no skills make it in the big league because they do the little stuff right. You know what I mean? Like screen and roll, pick and roll.
Yeah, they do the small things
Yeah,
right.
small
Yeah.
things. Westbrook just feel like, yo,
No, he-
all I want is the ball in the basket.
No, but that's why I said he does stuff that high level winning you'll never do.
Exactly.
He does stuff where if a point guard scores on him, if Lillard scores on him, he's not passing the next time he's going to try to score on him.
Exactly.
Only people
Exactly.
in YMCA
so,
do that.
So I'm saying, like, I don't see Russ on a team like the Spurs.
I agree.
Like, I just can't put. So I'm saying those kind of people will cut that. I don't know how. Like, I don't think the Spurs are looking at Westbrook on their team.
But you know what's unfair, yo? Like, he was allowed to be the same person for years. He built bad habits.
He doesn't play enough team ball. And the
Just
thing
like Harden, bro.
He used to do what he wanted, but there were
No,
so
Harden,
many.
no. Harden is different though. Harden is not. Harden could shoot the basketball.
Russ was doing what he
can
wanted.
gain weight
but
too,
there
but
were
you
so
know.
many.
Yo, that man gained weight and lost weight in like a day. I saw that picture. Like, he traded. Yo, you heard Harden says he doesn't want to be in Brooklyn no more.
Yeah,
And I heard, I saw a joke like, yo, there's too many,
Too many
Yo, I like
Nah, I'm cool
Brooklyn
with
though.
that.
I mean,
And he doesn't want. They said he doesn't want to live there either.
No,
Yeah.
I'm cool. The one reason, like, he came there to play basketball.
To win.
So because he came there to play basketball, he got guys like, look, I understand where Kyrie Irving's coming from. You know what I mean? I understand where he's coming from. Like, he truly doesn't want to take the vaccine. I get it. He has his reasons. But my thing about it is this though. Like, if I'm James Harden, I came there with the promise to play with you guys. That was my
Big.
promise when I came here. That's why I got here. Like,
championship,
Championship.
championship.
You have
Why
nothing to
wouldn't I
bro,
try
prove.
to
and they had the chance.
Yo,
Yeah.
the
They
best
had
team
a chance
ever,
to win.
the best team ever put on paper. You can't beat that. You know what I mean? James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie. Come on, that paper is just not. It's it smells
Bro,
championship.
that's
I
what
know, and now he
bro,
got to play
that's-
with LaMarcus Aldridge.
And it sounds good, but
That's what I hate.
You forget that 50% of the time one of them's absent.
I know.
At least 50%
I
of the
know.
time.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I hate. Like, it sounds good on paper, but like in play, it's like fucking garbage.
I know
It's not-
because
nah, they
they got to
play
play with
good.
LaMarcus
It's just-
Aldridge and Patty Mills.
It's because somebody's always getting injured.
I know.
Something's always going to happen.
And
It's like-
someone decided to not get vaccinated now.
yeah, they didn't want to get vaccinated.
No,
yeah, like,
no one decided,
well, we're not
I'm
going to
not-
name drop, but yeah.
Yeah, but I don't mind. I mean, I support Kyrie. You know, what I mean, I feel like that's the biggest balls move I've seen in a minute. Like, you know, in today's social
sure.
media, like society, like everything's run by social media. The fact that he can stand strong by his words for that long, to now I actually look at him like a hero now because
Yo, I respect him.
I
heavily.
respect him. 'Cause, like, you look at a
Oh,
hero
just like
because-
what's his name when he took the knee for
I respect him.
No, but he
heavily.
has his
Kaepernick?
values.
yeah, Kevin,
Yeah, that's what I'm
Kaepernick,
saying.
good.
He has his values too by that, and I look at him like more of a hero because all this boosters coming out. That shows you that the vaccine is still, you know, not 100% like where it's supposed to be at. You know,
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I did get my booster, but like,
I got, and then I'm not saying like, but what Kyrie said was like, hey man, like I don't want to take a vaccine that is always changing, always like we need it. You know, you gotta get a booster. You know, I want something that is pre done, like you know,
Yo,
100% done.
I respect
and I
it.
respect that
100%.
You know what I mean? Give me the real like everything that's finished product, and I can take it and I can trust it. I don't want to something that tomorrow could be like, hey, you know what, we just going, you know, come take more. You know what I mean? Always, you know, I don't.
But I would never ever sign him to a long term deal again.
Me too. I don't. I mean,
So we can respectfully stay home.
I mean, end of the day, it's basketball.
I would never sign him.
End of the day, you got paid to play basketball.
No, but every year
Early
he
retirement,
changes
right?
his mind too. He always goes, "Oh, I might leave. I can
Every year
leave.
he got
I can." He doesn't. His main
he can
value.
retire, come back 2 years
You
later.
know, Kyrie has more. He values incense more than basketball.
Exactly.
So
So I'm saying, like, even speaking about my support for him, you know, it's kind of weird saying like you support Kyrie because you know the social media, like, you know, world now is going crazy about all that.
the issue-
you know what I mean? It's for him. Exactly. The way that Kyrie stood by his words is something that I feel like, oh yeah, like this man knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I
I
respect
respect that.
But I
the
also
only
know that-
issue with Kyrie, I think, is that way before the COVID, he already had the mentality of, oh, I play when I want.
Exactly.
Sometimes I show. So he
Facts.
already was someone who wasn't valuing basketball as a top guy.
Facts.
Him doing that, yeah. If you know, if LeBron or somebody was coming all the time, made that decision, it'd be different.
Nah.
But Kyrie was already playing half the
It's
game.
always something.
Yeah.
They said,
I mean, once he
they're
broke
playing.
off, like-
Kyrie is in New Jersey with his family, and they're playing. So he's just taking time off as he pleases.
I follow-
They said Kyrie's at a birthday party and they're playing.
Yo,
Playing right now.
we've had crazy life situations, right? During COVID, people have went through crazy life situations. I'll tell you right now, we went through some crazy stuff.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, bills come to my house.
you gotta get paid.
At the end of the day, bills come.
I know.
For Kyrie Irving, bills don't come. You wanna know why? Because he has his sneaker deal. He got the money he already has, so he's able to make decisions that we can't make. If he
Yeah.
was a rookie and he was on a rookie contract, or he was Austin Reeves, well, would you think Austin Reeves would be like, man, I'm gonna really take chances with my NBA contract by not getting vaccinated?
Yeah, he might have to work a normal job.
Nah, yeah, he would have to.
I'm gonna see my Amazon tomorrow or
It's all
something.
different time. I get it.
He would have to work
No,
in the
that's what I'm
stadium
saying.
and then
As soon
like
as
work
you
on the
get
court
to
too.
100 million,
See him at the YMCA tomorrow.
what do you? Yeah. As soon as you hit 100 million,
Yeah, the
what do you
why?
need?
Yeah, I just feel like, you know, like I said, more. I mean, I like it the way NBA is, like giving power to the players.
For sure.
But I feel like it's going to the wrong. That they're using the power to the wrong. You know, going to become more soft. You know, becoming more like if you give me a choice not to work, obviously I'm gonna take off. You
Bro,
know,
yeah,
because
it
it's,
just has to be
it's,
more
it's a
penalty.
contact
Yeah,
sport. Like you
yeah.
should
There has
suspect
to be more
contact.
penalties.
More penalties.
yeah,
I think it
I
should
feel
be
like-
in NFL, NBA teams thing that if the person's completely healed and they're missing games, they should always not get paid.
Exactly.
If they're healed and they're not playing.
exactly.
Well, Ben Simmons, he
Ben Simmons, they're not paying him.
Problems.
They haven't been paying him.
Ben Simmons claimed the mental, you know,
He
issues.
came mental problems, so he don't.
And the
he
thing,
don't-
Oh shit, he's mental.
people feel differently about
said.
yeah,
Shit.
people feel differently
Shit.
about that. But there's
And that he
you
can't
really
really-
don't know.
No way, bro. I didn't know Ben was fucking.
Word. So
Mentally.
So now Ben
Kendall fucked him up, bro.
I know. It's facts.
What a
Bro,
coincidence.
Yo,
When he wants to leave is when he has mental problems.
yo.
That's when he claimed his mental
No,
problem.
when they're gonna take money away.
Dog, like,
take my money away.
Yeah, like, let's be real here. Like, let's be real. Like, the reason why you don't want to play is because like your team is acting up and you want to leave. It's not the mental problem. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
No, it's because he wants to be in LA with Kendall.
he
but
wants
then
to be in
Kendall's
L- he wants to be in LA or
to be
somewhere
in LA.
nice. You know what I'm saying? With Kendall.
Booker has this down.
Oh, Booker, yeah.
Oh,
Another light skin.
Hazard.
He's like more white now, so you know.
Devin Booker.
Yeah.
Damn, bro, I can't speak on this.
She was with Blake.
She's like all for like Black Lives Matter, but like you know she has to like show that she
She's still at home.
She's still at home. Yeah.
The next one
There's
might
still
be
pasta
Zach
at home.
Levine.
She does want to show that she's like has the Kardashian curse. Like, you know,
Right,
she's
right,
like
right, yeah.
she's like, yo, he's somewhat white. You know.
The only one she has left is Zach Levine. There's no one else to go.
Hey, yo.
Everyone exactly matching that is gone.
That's facts.
As soon as if he wins the championship, it'd be Zach
I don't know
Levine.
why it's so funny that Zach Levine was a kid. I started laughing. Zach Levine. That's the only one left.
He's the last piece of the
Zach,
puzzle.
you next.
If you look
He's
at
the last
Ben and
piece of the
Devin
puzzle.
Booker, very similar.
Every light skin NBA.
Yo, Zach, you next, man.
Shout out Zach, bro.
Shout out Zach Levine.
Zachary Levine.
And you know she watches no games. No games, no anything.
She just puts the jersey on just to support and just be like, yeah.
But isn't it crazy?
Is he good?
How crazy is it? Like she really gets like front court seats and she doesn't even really pay attention to the
But
games.
the thing is, people,
She's just paid to look good.
celebrities have a thing where they want other people who, you know, who have dying fans for them too. So it's good having the athlete out.
It's good for it's good
screaming.
publicity, anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to, to slide true to like the light skin joke, but it's funny. But I just don't. I don't know. I want to go back to the Westbrook thing. Let's talk about that guy.
That guy, I just think it was an unfair situation.
Yeah.
If they would have got Kyle Lowry, who I thought they should have gotten, well, he didn't want to go there. But if they got him, I think it would have worked. They would have had a chance to win championship. Chris Paul, obviously, if he came, they would have had a chance to get
Way
a
better.
championship.
I feel like
That would have been
Westbrook-
guaranteed. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
I like Kyle
I feel
Lowry a lot, man. He's a championship player.
I just
He's
feel-
somebody like when you have a championship team, you need
know.
like he's perfect. He can do a
Like-
little bit of everything.
Exactly. Like you see what I'm telling. Like
No, but the thing
they
is,
do
he's
this-
somebody who clearly he doesn't care what his stats are. He
Exactly.
can have 2 points.
Like
This man
LeBron-
can have 8 points, 5
Exactly
assists,
what I'm
3
saying.
He's gonna
steals.
have-
He did his job.
He's gonna have 2 points, 4 assists, 8 draw charge.
I know.
And that's exactly what he wanted. That's exactly what he wanted. Right? And then there's
That's
some
what he
nights where if you need him, he can score 30. He can score 30, get you 8 assists
But
and
he-
stuff like that.
he
But he
really
just
doesn't care. Yeah.
He feels like he doesn't need to do that
So
every
you're saying
day.
he's just a lazy person. That's
just
just like
no, but
That's
it's just
what you
that
want.
it's not his
That's what you
priority.
want.
As long as he wins, that's the way Drew Holiday is too. Drew Holiday really doesn't
Yeah.
care. If he wins,
Bro.
he's been at New Orleans so long that he's in a place where he wins, so he's happy.
Yeah.
And they're giving him money. They're all respecting what he does.
I respect that man because I've been rooting for the Bucks for like past 2 years now. So I feel like I'm a believer in him now. You know what I mean?
yo, his face is saying something
I have
else.
to disagree.
Yo, I was actually. I want to say one thing. I was actually happy for Drew when he got out of New Orleans because I think the Bucks are a better situation.
I agree.
And he fits it perfectly.
Yo,
He was the last one left when they had Tyreek Evans,
yeah.
when they had
Tyreek
Eric
Evans.
Gordon, they had him.
No.
He's the last one left of that terrible
Yo,
team.
where is Tyreek Evans right now?
I mean, I
Where
think
is
he's
Tyreek Evans?
I think he's just hooping at a nearby LA Fitness.
He's on the street.
Because the thing with him is like,
No, dude,
yo, he was tough.
European League,
He was nice.
He's somewhere. He's
He's
somewhere.
nice. He's
He's like
nice.
some-
He's nice.
G League.
You probably catch him at like at LA Fitness like 3 o'clock in the morning with a hoodie on, and he's the only guy there just shooting.
You won't really know him. You won't know him.
Exactly. You won't even see him.
Oh, he's
his
the old
suspension
man
is
that's good at
over, though.
basketball.
Yeah, but his suspension is over though. He's good. Like his cocaine suspension is they gave him a 2-year suspension. I didn't know you could.
Bro, 20 years ago, yo, nobody would give a fuck if he
but
was
they
cocaine.
actually-
right?
yo,
Yeah, they gave him 2 years because
gave
he
him
was
2
on some
years.
type of cocaine or like I was like, damn, 2 years. I was like
Larry
like,
Sanders was years from the weed. It was like 2 years, 3 years.
yo, I don't think you should be there in 2 years.
What's
for,
his name? Because they knew they had to lower the sentence because they banned OJ Mayo from the league. Remember, he did the same
Yeah,
thing
for 2 years.
No, but yeah, but
That's
they
too long.
Oh wait, I mean, speaking of drugs, like in the NBA, like
2 years is a long time for drugs.
yeah,
I know, but lifetime they're like, yo,
I mean, they probably don't
we
want
have
to bring it to the
it
locker
down
room.
for that.
They probably don't want to bring it to the locker room.
no.
You know what I mean?
I know they make a shit ton of money, but just like keep your drugs at home or some shit. Like don't bring it to work or like what people tell you. Yeah,
or like getting coked up before a game. Like it sounds like
I mean that's a little like that's a little too much.
But
Yeah.
the thing with cocaine is like is out of your system in like a couple days.
I know, but
so
Russ
that means the
plays
day
like
before. That means the day before you were ripping it. You were ripping it.
So you guys.
But that's why you see some of them dropping like 40, 50 points, bro.
You guys about smoking before the game. Yeah, I heard about some places be doing that. So I don't. For me, I just can't do that. you
I mean,
know.
I smoke before I work out,
Really? I mean, you're not playing basketball. That's different.
Michael Beasley was doing that.
but I'm still training. I mean, I'm still training though.
there's got to be more signs on that. Like
Nah,
for me,
I think Jared used to do that too.
I feel like there's good positives about like smoking before like doing shit. Like if you play a game or something, because like it's like a mental thing for them.
Who it was, but he just said like there was a time where he wasn't high on the court. Like I forgot which player it was, but it was like some podcast and Steven Jackson.
Yeah,
Steven
I heard
bro.
someone say
and
something.
he was like, yo, there was never a time on the court that he wasn't high.
But you don't smoke weed though.
I'm telling you, it helps people. Like they
you
don't
don't
understand.
smoke
Like
weed?
if you don't smoke
Yeah.
weed, you don't know what the fuck is
If you
like
smoke
doing.
weed,
For
I
you.
smell it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you smoke weed, I can smell it off the bat. Like you
I
can't.
mean,
tell.
I'm sure if you had, you know what I mean, 40 million, you know how to not have a smell of weed.
Yeah, but it's like if I'm gonna pick smoke
You can
weed
smell
before
weed
games,
free.
or if it's smoke weed
No,
before
but
games
it-
or a vegan
yeah.
diet, take the vegan diet. You know what I mean?
No,
I'm
but
not,
he can smoke-
Like I'm just saying, like
Smoke the CBD.
yeah, you know.
Nah, you're right. I
I mean, they
feel
said Lamar was doing crack and playing.
yeah, but
That ties into the whole Kardashian
Now
thing.
going back watching videos of him, I'm like, yo, he look like it was a crack. He look like
they
it.
cared about was numbers. If you were getting 40, you do whatever you want. You got 20 points.
I mean, Lamar look like a crackhead now. Though, like going back on the tape, like, yo,
Lamar
I see
almost
it.
died. Like his
I
heart
know.
had stopped that one time.
I'm happy. Yo, remember we had social media, like, we praying for that man. And
yeah, we were.
people were like, yo, why you praying for a crackhead? I'm like, yo, shut up. Like, you know, the man still, you know, it's still
You know the craziest part when I heard Lamar Odom was at a brothel, I was like, damn. I was like, Lamar Kardashian Odom. I was like, he couldn't do crack at his house because it's like, I just didn't understand why he was
He
at a
didn't feel
crack
safe.
house.
All right, so he didn't feel safe. All right.
Like, oh, he couldn't just ask someone to get him crack. Like he had to like go to the crack house to go get it. Like there was so many questions that I had.
Bro, why would you
so
want
much money, you can't send somebody to get it?
No. Why would you want to send a crackhead to pick up crack for you to bring it to your house?
No, but like
I mean, it doesn't have to be a crackhead.
but they have people though.
With that amount of money that you have, you could pay a regular person on the street to go get it for you. You know what I'm saying?
Uber crack. They should pick up an app called Uber crack or some shit. Like, you know,
Oh, that's
deliver,
crazy,
Deliver,
actually.
deliver weed, you know, like just drugs, straight up. You know what I
Uber
mean?
crack.
Yo, to deliver like
weeds.
edibles or something.
No, there's something like that in New York. That's
Uber
actually
weeds.
an app.
It's called like that. Uber weeds. Uber
New
crack
York
or
is
something.
bad.
Yeah,
New York,
yo.
you go, all the cops are
You know what
smoking
happened?
Bro,
hookah.
all the bodega. Yo,
Wait, you know what happened? They actually make it
so
legal.
sus, man.
Yeah, I
They
see.
actually made it. They actually built a
bro,
small
yeah.
spot you can put drugs in your
Bro,
hand. Like,
yeah.
Why are cops smoking hookah with the car out? Like
Yo,
they have the sirens and they're smoking
Yo,
hookah.
Arthur and I went to a bodega in New York, bro, and I swear to God, the guy literally just whipped out a whole tray of weed and like a whole bunch of edibles and shit, like right underneath the fucking thing.
Bro.
And he was like, yo, what do you want?
Bro, it's out there.
Yo,
And I saw the guy before, like literally just like handing out like a bag of weed to him and like just straight up selling him like a shit ton of weed. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on?
New York, they don't
It's on a
care.
different level, bro. Yeah,
As
they don't
soon
give a
as it
fuck.
was legal, bro, it's fair play.
For real, yo, they literally opened up. They literally just brought their business like to public.
you know it's crazy. Like I understand. Like at the end of the day, like people shouldn't be serving years in prison for it. Like I'm a firm believer. Like you shouldn't be in jail for weed. But
Unless it's like over borders or something. I don't know.
or like selling it to children.
or to yeah.
You know what I mean? Like shit like that.
That's a little reckless.
But like, you know, that's on the side. I mean, like,
Just a
Russ
little
Loki plays like he's on crack. You know what I mean? Like that man, like to take it back to Russ, it's like, yo, when I watch Russell Westbrook play,
Let my man
on the
take it back to
offensive-
Russ.
Yo, I had to take it back to Russ. I had to take it back to Russ debating about basketball because it's like this season in the NBA, bro, is like the most like weird season ever. Like COVID is like ruining sports, so like regular season records don't really matter.
I feel like
Like-
for soccer it hasn't ruined it like that much, but like maybe like basketball and like football, yeah.
Yeah, it's been bad.
I don't think so. I just feel like, for me, I feel like it went back to normal to me. You know, I didn't see any fake things. You know, like last year we had the bubble. We saw that, you know, Jimmy Butler go off for no reason. We saw some dudes like, I don't know what his name on the Pacers was that guy called that was going off.
TJ Warren.
Exactly. We had
Warren was fire.
TJ Warren going up for no reason.
Yo, that's a practice period that came to life.
We saw Terrence Mann put up 50. We saw Terrence Mann put up 50 points in bubble. So we saw a lot of fake stuff happen.
No, but the thing is, it's not fake, but there's no fans, so
There's no fans, no pressure.
So he feels
They're all
he feels
professionals.
calm. He feels like he's playing at home.
As COVID starts,
Yeah, but fans are motivation too. I mean,
No, but fans are both.
And they used to say that all the time about TJ Warren, though. They said at practice he used to like drop points, and then all of a sudden it comes to the game time, and it's just damn. Yeah.
oh,
bro.
so now he's shining because there's like no fan. I mean,
So I'm saying, so now I feel like it's normal now. I feel like I know when I turn on TV, I know Giannis will dominate. You know, I
Shaq
see
used to do that too. Hit some
Exactly.
free throws, but when he goes and they're like, "Oh my God, Shaq hit the line," he's gonna miss because he
So I'm saying-
has it in his head.
So now I feel like it's back. All the superstars are dominating. I don't see anything that's not regular. You know, I don't feel like some guy that I didn't know last year suddenly just put up points. Look at this. Like TJ Warren was going over last year. Now I forgot his name. You know, I didn't know who he was last year. So I'm
And
saying.
they gave him like 20 million.
Exactly. I don't know who Terrence Mann was till last year. I was like, yo, who this guy in the bubble going off?
Terrence Mann is
I feel like a lot of like players
I
came
think he
up.
had a 30 points. No, they came back.
Yeah.
They were down by 30 against some team, and they came back. He had like 30 points.
Oh, for real?
But that's more young
Once in a
player.
while,
That's more
he
young
gets 30
player.
point, 40 points.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he could play. Like Terrence Mann's a solid player.
He's the guy who, if Paul George doesn't play at all, he's very likely to get 30.
I just feel like last year was more weirder. I feel like this year.
I mean, obviously, because like COVID is like
I feel like-
we're a year
No,
into
but
COVID.
look, you got to realize a lot of players, because of the way COVID was at that time,
Yeah.
the guy plays today, tomorrow he can't play. So when you're in the playoffs and a guy who played the first 2 games can't play the rest of the game,
Facts.
that's not on an even playing field.
Facts.
Yeah. But now I just feel like when I saw that TV, I know who's playing, I know who's not playing. I know who's going to dominate, I know who's not going to dominate. I would not see no funny ass stat line that I used to see last year. Also it's like if you look at the top 10 list now, like NBA players, you see the names you know, people you know, like going dominate. Like the stack is more like normal now.
Yeah.
Last year I was seeing names I'm like, yo, who's that? Oh, like.
And not even everyone went. There was a lot of people signed just for the ball.
Wow, I literally just said like a whole bunch of people came up and like now they're just like forgotten.
No, but you forget like this year has the most 10-day contracts in history.
Yeah.
Because it's
There's
a
a lot
whole
of
season.
random
Yo,
people playing.
when I saw Joe
the bubble
Johnson
wasn't
back,
the whole season. It was a smaller portion. So now that it's the entire season,
But none of them made any noise though. Think about it. Like I didn't feel none of those 10-day contract players made any noise after we just knew they got signed. Like,
and you wouldn't expect them to.
exactly. They didn't make any noise though. Like, I didn't feel. Oh, they make
who's Stanley? I think they signed Lance too. Because
Lance
Lance,
Stevenson, yeah.
Lance was playing really good on his.
Lance can play.
That man was
No, he's
cooking
on
in
the
He
China,
was playing
bro.
overseas. He was killing in China.
China, bro. You dropping 40.
One of the first games he was back with the Pacers, he had 6 threes.
What happened after the
Yeah,
first
19.
game?
I remember that.
Yeah, what?
What happened after
I
that?
think they signed him. They must have signed him.
He is doing what he's supposed to do as a guy.
No, I think they signed him the rest of the year to the Pacers because he was playing really good on the
Yeah, I
Pacers.
saw that.
Those games.
But I wouldn't-
Before and after.
And he's not that old.
The thing with the thing with Stevenson's like when he's scoring, you got to leave him on the court, right? But when he's not, you got to get him out
He does stuff
ASAP.
that's stupid.
You have
No,
to get him out
he
ASAP.
He just does dumb shit on the court.
Yeah, he just
They look stupid. A lot of stuff he does.
he's a street player in the NBA.
He has clown tendencies. Like the only thing with him is just like he doesn't take the game seriously all the time. And honestly, he's an entertainer.
Picture a clown and a picture Lance.
It just makes sense, man. Like
It's the same person.
Lance is a good dude. He's a cool dude. He like I've heard he's great with fans. Like he's a great guy. Like social, has like an exciting game when he's going, but he's not like he's a 6th man. He's like I don't want to say 6. He's like a 7th, 8th man. If he's your 7th, 8th man, you're in a good spot.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And he should be in the NBA. He's an NBA talent for sure.
I mean, that's NBA or no? Yes, NBA. Which one?
Huh?
Into this NBA?
In today's NBA, he's a 7th, 8th man.
No, yeah, because you see what he's doing. If he's playing good that day, he plays 25 minutes. Normally, he plays 10.
Yeah, you're right. But I don't know. I just feel like he just came for one game. I didn't see him after that. I haven't heard his name at all.
But it's the Pacers. You haven't looked at the Pacers. The Pacers.
It's a small market team, and when they play games, you don't even give a damn.
You said you don't watch Pacers games, so you can't.
Yeah.
I said
Nah, we gotta take like one more break and then we're gonna just I guess like wrap it up with like a few
Okay,
things. Yeah.
cool. Awesome.
All right. So yeah. We can just pick up where we left off.
Okay.
I'll figure out how to edit this.
Okay. Awesome.
I'm the editing master behind it. He does like short videos for his channel, and I'm the one that does like all the editing for this.
Sorry, how long it take you to do it though?
You like the way I do
editing?
it?
Yeah, like editing. How long it take you to do it?
Oh, for me, maybe, it takes me like a day, like
yeah.
day and a half.
Oh, really?
Oh shit.
Just that much work?
It's a lot of work. Yeah, I sat there for like a couple hours, and I'm just sitting there.
I mean, I feel like podcast is a industry that if you work hard, you're gonna make it. Because it's kind of hard to do this. Like, no one's gonna be able to buy all this, get this set up right. I just feel like people.
But that's why I told him, I was like, "Yo, are you sure you're ready to invest in this?" And he was like, "Yeah."
Because people are always looking for this.
Oh, yeah.
Like, people are always trying to listen to podcasts, all that.
No, it's recording.
Oh, I thought we were gonna go into something else.
Oh, like going to a topic?
We just
as
talking
far as, like,
about
like-
yeah, we just just talking about what we're doing right now. About
I can't imagine doing this as one person.
yeah.
Like to me, I feel like as 5, you can bounce off each other.
I don't have the money to do by myself. I mean, that's why it's like a 2 people thing. That's why I feel like a lot of people do it with 2 people.
Yeah, I just feel like the industry is for the taking. I just feel like you have to just put in the hours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just feel like, 'cause out of my friend group, I don't know no one that does that except probably you. You know what I mean? That's a big thing. That's a good thing.
right.
You gotta understand, like, yo, like, something like you gotta understand in this town, you don't have that much people doing this.
Plus, when you take into account like you're having your own shit, your own setup.
Yeah.
Because like when you take, at the end of the day, like that's usually like the biggest issue is cost. Like it costs a lot to have someone else do your video.
Yeah.
Can I cut in on that? Yo, because I do this for a living. No matter how many times I get a job to like work for somebody or do something, and I tell them the price that I'm like trying to charge them for, they undercut me so hard, or they just don't want to pay me for it.
Yeah.
Because they don't understand how much it
Because
costs.
and I'm like telling you, I'm like, bro, you don't understand how much my equipment costs. Like literally, look at the camera over there. That shit costs more than like. They don't understand. Yeah.
I know.
I don't get it.
Like they don't understand that. Like me and him, we invested probably over like a lot of money. Like I don't want to like say how much, but it's like
No, but the thing is, people don't know. But when you go to actual companies, stuff like that, that's why they pay videographers like 80 an hour, 100, 150 an hour, depending on what it is. So they know that all the stuff costs a lot of money. You can't just pick it up and start it.
And also when you're dealing with somebody who really doesn't know like the functionality between like the mics and
Yeah, exactly.
and
You
the
gotta know how to
stand and
use
stuff
it.
like that.
I had to learn all this, bro.
All they see is the equipment. They don't know the price. They don't know how it works and shit like that. So
it also takes the person to learn how to do this.
yeah.
I didn't know how to do this.
And also the time, bro. No one wants to put the time in. It's tough. It's
Bro.
tough. And it's also go ahead.
Starting a YouTube channel was like very hard. Not hard, but it's a lot of work. Before we can even get an episode out, I had to like literally fix a YouTube channel, make a graphic design, do this, do that, and then we started fucking recording the podcast and stuff. So it took like maybe like a month before we started doing this.
Yeah, I mean, also, I'm a big fan of this dude. Like, I mean, you know, Aiden Ross. Yeah, that's the first person that made me like see what, you know, like, I mean, was it like
How
podcast
stuff was, but
it's
doing
like
like
this-
the live streams.
Yeah,
and
last
things
year,
like
first time I was like, wow, like this guy's making money, like doing this in this room, just talking like we're doing, chatting, laughing, like
and has all the celebrities.
like this. Yeah, I was like, wow, like that's actually like the most craziest way to make money ever. You know what I mean? Just bring your friends over in the room, chilling, and it wasn't like the room was just dirty. It wasn't like a clean setup.
No, it's a
studio.
bum. It's actually
it wasn't
it's not even a good room.
It's actually a dirty ass room.
Yeah, what we're trying to do, it's like we're trying to like put out like some good content. Like,
Yeah.
Even though we're like not at that high level, we want to show that we have like the level to be there.
Yeah, I thought that was awesome to see. Like, you know, I was watching that man. I'm like, yo, like, I mean, I'm not a big fan of him, but I'm like, wow, this man actually just started streaming in a bum ass room. It's better. It's literally like dirty. Nothing like I look at this man room like, yo, this man's actually a millionaire living in this room. Like, and I felt, and people like, people like. Uzi goes to their room. Drake, you know, all the, like I mean, some biggest artists goes to sit in this man.
Soldier Boy.
Tory Lanez, bro.
Yeah, Tory Lanez in this like dirty ass room. I don't know where it could be. You know what I mean? I'm like, wow, like
I think it's in his like house somewhere. Yeah.
exactly. I'm like, it could be so. It can
Now
walk
they
into
said
the
he lives in a big house because you know Zias.
nah.
The people who do like the reaction
Okay.
videos and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
The dark dude. There's the dark one and then the light skinned one, Bilu.
Yeah.
So he lives with Zias and Bilu right now.
Yeah, I just thought it was just.
I think he moved. I don't think he lives in California anymore. So
Yeah.
him doing all those things with celebrities, he's gonna have way less because
I know.
supposedly he moved from California to somewhere else now. So now he won't be able to easily get all those celebrities because when you're in LA, all of them you can meet any celebrity if you hang in the right places. But when you go to like I don't know where he is, but if he's in New York, let's say, like it's not easy to do that. There's a lot more planning that goes into it. All those things like Hot 97, a lot of those, it's hard for
Actually,
him to
no,
get
he
the
can
interview.
find people in New York. Like New York is pretty easy, yeah. But it's
They
like a
coming
different
for
vibe.
shows.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like
It's not like they're in the street.
But you're
No.
coming
Like-
for people doing shows. When you're in LA any day, Trippie Redd, he makes music. Every other day he's not making music. He's at his house. He could drive probably 20 minutes to get to
for sure.
where he's at. Uzi looks like he doesn't, when he's not making music, he doesn't do anything.
no, he's on the streets of Philly, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, I see Uzi be outside though.
Yeah.
Like people
Like
meeting out.
a lot of people see.
Meeting out. The only person I've seen that people meet outside, like a regular dude, is Uzi. I see people like, oh, I'm in Uzi in the store. I'm like, whoa, like I see Uzi over, you know. I'm
Bro,
like,
it was
whoa.
like the same with Fetty Wap, like in fucking Paris.
Yeah, I
And,
know.
people
It was
were
like
like,
that.
yo, I met Fetty Wap, bro.
Everyone met him, like, yeah, it was something that I felt like it was great for me. Like
said-
the scene, you know, this, I just, you know, felt like, well, like, you know, this how Ed and Ross started. You know what I mean? This is doing this, you know, and I chilling with, you know, big boys, you know what I mean? Like getting paid. And I just felt like, you
We're
know,
trying to get there. We're trying to get there.
I just feel like the podcast industry is for the taking. So I just felt like it's gotta sort of take it because people are trying to like get into this. Like,
No.
you know,
Yeah.
Well, like,
Also sports.
have you listened to our podcast at all?
I seen video, but I haven't actually listened to it. You know, so it's funny. I was actually I worked like last week. I went online. I was googling like, you know, sports, you know, podcasts. Because I was you know, into the like, you know, NBA, like NFL stuff, you know, and I couldn't find one I liked. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, I need me a good like, you know, podcasts that speak, say what I want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Like, talk about NFL, like, Rodgers, losing to the, to the, to the I wanted someone to talk to me about that. Like, and something I could have fun. I was like, wow, that's kind of crazy. So I started playing music afterwards. Because I couldn't, I'm watching YouTube videos, I want to watch someone's reaction to a video of a highlight, every day. And I'm, something I wanted. So I thought about that.
But those are the things that are good. Instead of TV, the live streams and things, people watch way more.
Yeah.
And there's a reason all these players are making podcasts. JJ Redick got a podcast. KD got one. Draymond got one. There's a lot of people now.
It's the wave, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
it's
the
a
one
big
thing
industry.
I will say though is they have what, obviously, I'm not saying they don't have it, but they have a certain, they have a level of clout, obviously.
Oh, they have the money for like
yeah.
nice equipment and everything.
They got
yeah.
everything. Like they got their core fans. They got like, at the end of the day, they're already.
So their
famous.
starting
They're literally getting
platform is
paid
way
to sit
higher.
there. They're
Yeah.
not there to edit. They're not there to
They don't have to
play.
get
Yeah,
any
they're not.
extra
They don't have to do
back.
it. They have people hired to do that shit.
Exactly.
For them.
All the background
Podcast
just doing
is
it.
a permanent job. Like, the only thing that'll change as you get older is how often you want to do it. You might do one a week, one every 2 weeks, one a month, but it's always there. And then the thing is, your basketball game, as soon as you're done playing a sport, it's done. Nobody's watching those. You're not making any recurring money off that. Podcasts and anything entertainment-wise, like show-wise, podcast-wise, you can get money off stuff from years ago.
I mean, at least you can see our growth throughout the podcast. Like between our channel, and like somebody's channel who's like making millions of dollars, obviously, because they're just gonna.
But for me, like I'm trying to go like beyond numbers, like the actual content. I can see you guys are more comfortable. Like forget like even though like the numbers may not improve, I have to like see like just the way that you guys interact is much smoother as time passes, just because you're more comfortable. Like you know what I mean? Like that aspect is more important. Like it's just like because at the end of the day, bro, what is the difference between 1,000 views and 1,010? Like no one cares.
No, like I said, it's
you know
like
what I
it's
mean?
not like anybody's like behind the camera right there, like watching me right now.
You know what I mean? Like it doesn't really change anything. Like you just gotta like I feel like just the progression, even like interviews too, like the way that you guys like do interviews like started to change a little bit, like more like conversational, like asking about like going beyond just like basic questions. You know what I mean? Like
It actually happened where we had because we started off having big people. We had a big person at first when we had tattoo artists.
Yeah.
So we had DJ Tambi who has like 300K. So when we had it at first, it was like weird pauses where we're asking questions, but we weren't really like having that conversation or like normal back and forth.
because like the camera should disappear. Like the camera should disappear. Like it becomes like, yo, you're talking to somebody who's accomplished. You know what I mean? Like like you want to hear his story. Like
Yo,
sometimes.
so let me ask you guys something. Are you guys also putting out clips too with your podcast, or it's just like you're just podcast for right now?
Right now, I've had clips of. He puts clips of.
I put
most
all the
of them.
clips.
I was putting clips of just guests. That's why mine. I don't have a lot of clips.
Like on
I was
my
having guest
Instagram,
clips.
I have like a QME highlights that like literally documents like the first episode up until like now.
Yeah, because the clips help with the algorithms a lot. Because you could put 3 clips out with one podcast you put out, and it's just like, it's just
Yeah,
more
and
so,
then
yeah.
later it'll blow up. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
lot of
put on my story because it's like I'm just trying to just get it out
felt
there.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just watching Westbrook,
I actually
Miss
miss
layups.
I'm gonna put misses at the end.
him.
I'm gonna compilation of some
Yeah,
misses.
I saw some passes. I'm like, yo, I see why.
This is him now. This is him
yeah,
this year.
it's a real Westbrook right
Yeah,
here.
it's not old. This is this year.
Yeah.
That's this
Oh
year.
my.
That's the third time you missed, bro.
This is why
Fourth?
they're not.
this is
Yeah,
Oh
fifth,
my.
sixth
Oh
time.
my. I can do that too if you pay me like 40 mil.
And it's so selfish.
Yo, somebody signed my man right here a fucking
So
$40 million
selfish.
deal. Yo, if I swear to God, I think he would do better in the league.
But I'll actually,
yo, it's
You
just
gotta pass.
Yeah, just practice. just practice a catch and shoot. Yeah, I feel like
bro,
you got it. Yeah.
I can hit the backboard too.
oh my god.
Whoa.
Ooh. It's just like you see how powerful he looks missing a layup.
I know.
Because he's expecting.
Bro, he's a
to
little,
go.
like-
yo, he's a little guy with power, bro. Like, what do you think?
I can miss layups too.
You know what it is? He looks like a football player in a basketball court with the layups that he's missing.
No, but you know one thing I will say though, yo, for some reason people don't want to tell him shit. Look, LeBron doesn't say anything. Look,
Yo, look at 80 right now. You go for the rebound. Like,
Yeah, LeBron pats his back. He's like, attaboy.
yeah,
Yo, look at he go for the rebound ASAP.
yeah.
Oh,
You think LeBron goes for rebounds too, bro?
Where they're not telling.
No, he
him.
walked too before that.
Like
They fighting for the rebounds.
if they don't win a championship,
Oh
he's
my
gonna
God.
tell them to get rid of Russ. If
I
they
know,
don't
it
win a
has to.
championship.
Why
Because
keep him?
It's not working.
I know, but forget about tell them. It's like What is the communication that he feels like
Damn,
this?
dude, I bet
You
you,
know what
AD's
would've
pissed
worked
off at
if-
him, bro.
Of course.
But
You know what could have possibly
but
worked
also,
for both?
But also, you want to be nice to him because he has clout. Like you just can't, Westbrook, you can't be like, yo, go on the
Nah,
bench.
I feel like he's a sensitive dude.
Exactly. And
Like
it's like,
straight up, he's just
end of the day,
he's a sensitive guy.
it's business. You know what I mean? Like Westbrook brings in money. Like if like collaboration with Westbrook is good for the for business. So you can't be like Westbrook, go take a seat. You ass. It's not because
The
end of
one
the
thing I
day,
will say, going to LA has damaged his brand so bad. Like it's to the point where like isn't it sad that
He went back home, right?
yeah, no,
And that's where he's from.
yeah,
He's from
back
LA,
home.
yeah.
It's kind of sad, bro. Like for me, I'll tell everybody this right now. Like all jokes aside, because at the end of the day, he's a real guy, like a real person. He's worth the money because at the end of the day, watching him fail is exciting. As a fan, like you can't say he's not entertaining, even though he's not performing well. He's worth the money as far as bringing the fans to the seats. Like you still want to watch him play, even if he's failing. He deserves his money.
I got a word though.
But it's like
I wouldn't mind paying. Say LeBron goes down, 80 goes down. I wouldn't mind paying to go watch Westbrook play.
it's facts.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't
He's worth the
mind.
money.
I
You're
watch.
gonna enjoy
I wouldn't mind that. So I'm saying he brings in the fans.
Yeah, because he's like a celebrity. Yeah, like
There's
everyone wants him. Yeah.
you know what you're getting.
Like if there was a game where I just found out like LeBron and AD are out and I see all Westbrook, bro, I'll be happy. Because you know Westbrook is gonna he's either triple double, or he's gonna score 35. In an L, of course.
There's gonna be another L.
I'm not talking about the win. The win is not guaranteed.
Just
Win's not guaranteed. I just want to see him dunk the ball a couple times, pass and stuff like that. But I didn't come to see a win.
I just want him to get mad at a ref and just like fucking
start
play.
yelling. Yeah,
Start
exactly.
yelling, bro. Yeah, that's it. He's like an old man on the court.
Bro, I
bro.
just want to see him miss a layup and then yell at a fan on the court.
No, it's just like Melo in New York.
I know that game is for winning. It's not a winnable
When you
game.
see Melo in New York, you just came to see Melo.
Exactly.
You didn't come to see Porzingis. You came to see Melo.
Exactly.
And the thing
You
is,
know.
Since
You didn't come to see Jeremy Lin, bro.
Like
No, I would watch it.
Jeremy Lin at one point in time,
Don't do that.
At one point in time, he was hooping. At one point in time, he was hooping.
Even still,
Yo.
people are.
At one point in time,
had
Holy
maybe
shit,
the
what did I do?
best 2-3 weeks of all time.
Bro,
Maybe
that
the
game,
best 2 weeks of all
that
time.
game against the Lakers was probably his high.
He had
high.
maybe-
That game against when he was playing Kobe.
no, but you know what I will say though, no
But
disrespect.
he's not talked about as much as
Jeremy Lin had 2-3 weeks of the
kinda-
best weeks. Of
Oh,
all
because
time.
because
Oh,
it- his stardom was short lived.
just like his hairstyle. But
Bro, he had a good half a season. He had a good half a season, and that was it.
Nah,
That was it.
Bro, he balled out to the point where he felt like he could get dreads. Like, he balled out to the point where he thought he was black now.
yo, he thought he was a brother. All right.
Bro, they traded him. Bro, they traded him to the Houston.
you know-
Houston Rockets signed him, and then that was it.
Yo, but
Yeah, that was
That was it.
yo, he actually went to Brooklyn,
He was a turnover machine.
played really well in Brooklyn, and got hurt. And then he hurt his ankle, and then after that they didn't re-sign him. And you know what's sad is like I think he's an NBA player, but not now. I was actually watching some of his games in the CBA. He's not an NBA player right now.
When he was on the Hornets, he was.
Yeah, but he was an NBA player. He's an NBA talent.
Yeah.
Like like an eighth man. Yo, you know what's crazy? He's on that
maybe
Raptors championship
12,
team.
maybe 12, 13.
He's a champion. He's an NBA champion. On the
Got winning
Raptors.
with Kawhi.
On the Raptors.
Oh.
Now,
Yo, John,
I didn't let him play.
I feel like there's information that's not coming out of your mouth from that statement.
I mean,
yo,
I completely forgot about that. But yeah,
first
yeah,
Chinese
that is true.
champion.
That is true. That is true.
Yo, facts.
That is true. Yeah.
didn't
I
know
completely forgot about that. But yeah, yeah.
Back-to-back champion, Patrick McCall.
Oh yeah, he's a two-time
He went
champion.
Warriors to the Raptors, so he had 2 in a row.
Now he didn't get signed with 2 contracts. he has more rings than contracts though.
You're right.
But you know,
That's funny.
That was 2-3 of the best weeks of all time. Like the Jeremy Lin 2 weeks was the best 2 weeks.
CNN was talking about it.
One of the
For no
best 2 weeks
reason.
of all time.
It's like, oh, this Asian American player, in
No,
America.
but he was getting game winners too.
No, he was getting buckets.
He was actually whoa. And then that's why I don't like Melo. Melo to New York was the worst thing.
All right,
because
all
you
right.
had Omari and all these guys doing well, and then you have Melo saying you're taking too much spotlight. So Melo is a very selfish
Facts.
All right. Final thoughts. Just
Okay, I mean,
yeah, in general.
So we're gonna summarize everything, today. It's gonna start as brothers. Feel like, in order for the Lakers to get better, they gotta trade him, let him go. I don't feel like, because LeBron is about to be done, his prime is about to be done. You can't end his prime, trying to teach Westbrook how to play basketball.
And then last thing I say too, if y'all got any realistic trade, like if they still could trade Russ before the deadline, who should they try to get them?
Go someone lower. You're not gonna get a superstar.
What's a piece that you feel like they could get that maybe they could get better?
At this point, get Buddy Hill. Fuck it.
What is this, like 20 questions before the fucking time runs?
John Wall. I want to get John Wall.
John Wall? No, bro, what the fuck?
Why would I want Buddy Hill for?
I can't trade him.
I have
Hey, yo, as much as I look like at this point in time, it's too late.
I like John Wall as a player, but like after too many injuries, bro, like he.
How am I gonna have a player? Russ plays at least. He's in the game.
You're right.
John Wall is at home every single year.
He broke his pinky, bro, and he was like, "All right, I'm done, bro."
He tore his Achilles at home.
But John Wall's a better shooter than Westbrook.
But they're both bad shooters.
But John Wall's a way better shooter.
I know, but
way better.
John's more elite, bro. Yeah, John
He's a
Wall's
way better
pretty good,
shooter.
but it's like shit and less shit. You know what I mean? They both shouldn't be shooting like that. Huh?
Kyrie too. Like I don't feel like
Oh, if Brooklyn wanted to trade him, but I don't think
Stupid.
Russ. The thing is,
Stupid. I'll take Kyrie Irving
if
halftime.
Kyrie shows up,
Nah, keep Kyrie, bro. Keep Kyrie.
if Kyrie decides to show
keep
up,
Kyrie.
if Kyrie decides to show up, you win. Russ is always gonna show up, but you wish he didn't show up.
Yeah. Because Kyrie's gonna always show up hot, bro. He's gonna show up hot.
Harden and Russ.
Yeah, I'll take Kyrie.
Anybody with like a championship like under their belt, bro, they're gonna show up hot,
I
bro.
always said this. I love Russ,
At least show
but
up
it's
hot.
just
Yeah.
not conducive to winning high level. He can get a 12th seed to maybe make the playoff, but when it comes to any top level team, if he's a top 3 player on your team, there's no way you're winning a championship.
Who? You
Russ.
realize that
he has to be 4-5. I think. If he's a top 3 player on your team, that's too many touches for him to mess up.
If he come off your bench and you have an actual squad to start, that's perfect for him because he can do his thing. Yo, he should just come off the bench. Like on some Melo, like Melo's whole career got revitalized. Like he's playing really well for the Lakers for his contract. You have to compare him. How much does he get paid? A veteran's minimum. For a veteran's minimum, he's killing.
Yo, John.
You can't say he's not killing.
How do you think he would take that message though?
Who?
Yeah,
Russ?
Well, yeah, Westbrook. Like you're a coach, you go like, yo,
Yeah,
Russ,
what's a message you give, bro?
we're gonna need you. We're gonna need you off
His
the bench.
social media is killing him way more than the Lakers are right now. So to be honest, like I think he's at a stage where he's humbled. I think early season, no, but now it's like, bro, like you've hit the top of the backboard at least like what 17 times now. Like it's time for you to give up this backboard shot. Like stop shooting. You can't shoot. You can't make free throws. You're like, what? Like at this stage, like you haven't been able to prove that you could like you can't be the leader of this team without LeBron being on the court. You haven't proven that you can have like he doesn't have a long history of winning with other teams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, like this is who he is. Just come in, play your role, whatever role they decide to give you. Frank Vogel is the coach.
He's a mad baby on the court.
If he tells you come off the bench, you come off the bench. Because you shot 4 for 20 the night before and the night before that. You know what I mean? It's time. Like that's all I'm saying.
Watch him sub himself in. He's gonna sub himself in the first possession.
One last thing, I'll be like, yo, people gotta look at the history of Westbrook though. He's been on great teams. You can't underestimate that. If you switch Chris Paul with him, you'll be championships. You know what I mean? I just feel like
Honestly, yeah, I would say
It's just in the big
if
moments,
Russ was like on a
he's not
shittier team, bro, like
he's not
his
a-
career would go down. Yeah.
He's not a tempo person. He's not a draw up a play at the end of the game to win a.
No.
That's the thing about it. So when it comes to those moments, he's always going to lose at the end. You know, he tried with Paul George where he actually got to be the leader. 2 times they got by rookies were taken out when they were taken out by Donovan Mitchell. And who was it the other year? One of the year was the Jazz. I forgot who it was the other year. But they got taken out by.
So he played 2 years. He got taken out with Dame.
Oh yeah, and
He
then
got taken out by
big
Dame
shot.
Lillard.
So it's just a lot of moments that shows that he just wasn't playing properly. When it's at the end of a game and when we're up by 5 and there's 2 minutes left, he doesn't play properly. He doesn't control the tempo. He doesn't make smart plays towards the end. And when it's like that in the playoffs, you're not going to win. If he has the
I'll give
ball
him
and
this.
he's making the decision, you're going to lose.
I'll give him this. That the one with the Blazers wasn't only him because Paul George did not show up at all. That man did not show up
I
at
said,
all.
yo, he's playing with the shoulder thing?
And Damian Lillard became God. Like, you know, when players start becoming God, like during a course of like at the end of the day, that was a tough shot that he hit for a game-winning shot. Like, you know what I mean? He hits
You
like
have to
a
give your
40-foot
respect,
shot.
and that's why I don't like about Russ or Paul George. You can't just say, "Oh, it doesn't matter. It was a bad shot, so he hit it." You have to say, "Oh, good shot."
He hit a
Good.
shot.
You have to give his respect.
I know,
As soon
but
as
it's
you don't
like
do that, you're just a bitter. Sore loser.
that's facts. But when you get sent home so much, you get bitter. You know, how many times did this man get sent home?
He went to play with Russ. What did you
Nah,
think
you're
was
right.
gonna
You're right. You're
No,
right.
The
Yeah.
thing is, everyone, Russ sounds good when you just hear triple double. It always sounds good, but when you actually see what he's, it doesn't work.
Damn.
To the bowl.
Rams won.
Wow.
It's about to be Rams Bengals.
Rams and Bengals.
What type of, you know what I'm saying? I don't need to see that.
That sounds very funny though.
Yeah, that sounds a little.
I thought at least Chiefs.
Bro,
I don't want to see the
2
Bengals.
seasons ago,
Yo.
these guys only had 2 wins to their name.
Yo, with all due respect, you get y'all like Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow is the-
good.
yeah.
He's like one of the like I actually like him as far as like his demeanor. Like he's one of my
He's
favorite
cool.
characters.
He's cool.
Probably in the NFL.
Yeah, he's very cool.
He's just like solid. Style is like he's like a cool dude. Just smooth.
He got swagger to him, yeah.
All I gotta say, man, is Aaron Rodgers can't talk to me anymore because what happened, this year. Stafford finally got a team and going to Super Bowl.
I know, man.
This 1 year you got a team. Come on, like Joe Burrow just got a second year. Come on, went to Super Bowl. Like don't talk to me. Don't tell me about my team no more because the Bengals going to Super Bowl. Bro, they won 2 games last year.
I know, man. He can't be in the same room as me. One, because
I can't.
he
Bro.
can't hoop when it counts, and 2,
I know.
because he's unvaccinated. So
I feel like
he
we're
gotta
going-
stay 6 feet.
Yeah, I love the kid. You know what I mean?
It's always the facts, bro.
He GOAT. You know what I mean? I get it. You one of the best, but you can't be telling me you played in the league for like 15 years. I don't know how long it's been, but always falling short in the first round. Come on, I see young kids when it matters. I see Nick Foles win when it matters. Like it's only 2 games.
It was 1 year.
I mean,
It was
I'm just
1 year.
saying. Even the next play, like we went to the playoffs. 2 Nick Foles won, and you should like auction Jeffrey drop a pass against the Saints. It wasn't like it was a 1 year thing. I just felt like you can't.
was
Don't
1 year.
give me that excuse no more. If you're Aaron Rodgers,
It was 1 year.
we going all topic now, But
Like Aaron
But
Rodgers
also,
is my career.
Nick Foles is a part-time quarterback. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a part-time.
He's a part-time quarterback.
I think we're going.
that man, you put him
we're
in.
like we're going off topic. with this.
You put him in the playoffs. You don't put him in the season. Like,
we might be going into a different one next time because they got a lot of stuff
Yeah,
in terms
we'll
of
bring you
quarterback.
guys back for another. Yeah,
I feel like that's the only thing. We just all came to the conclusion Russ should be gone. He should be traded for something else. They say like Buddy Hield. I would say any type of, if they can get a lower quality point guard, not lower quality but lower valued point guard who passes more, maybe like a Mike Conley, I'd say, and then with a shooter there. I think something like that, something where they have a more pass first point guard and a 3-point shooter.
That's
more so
realistic.
consistent shooter. Yeah.
I don't even think it's realistic.
No, they won't because
What are they gonna
Russ
get?
doesn't. He doesn't
No
play
one wants him.
But I'm saying if you can get that, a lower quality pass first point guard and some type of 3-point shooter
You're
who
good.
shoots more than 35%,
You're good.
take that.
I know, but
But
what
the
would
thing
that
is, like,
be?
It's a hard way. It's just because of the fact that
Like it's easy to say that, but who would they get? Who wants to give up a solid point guard for a guy that isn't a solid point
The
guard?
thing for that team is like they can't get somebody who's like 2, 3, 4 years into the league as their shooter. They need somebody who's established. Because anybody, if you realize it, from the last 3, 4 years, 3, 4, 5 years, anybody who's played with LeBron who's young, they haven't done well with him, and then without him,
That's facts.
Brandon Ingram,
Kyle Kuzma,
Kuzma,
Lonzo Ball.
All of a sudden, Lonzo,
Brandon Ingram.
his shots improved, and he's balling out. So it's kind of a weird thing. Like when you play with LeBron, you have to be an established player.
Montrezl didn't play the whole year.
But don't forget that they have no chips though. None of them players have a championship though.
Oh, of course, they're
I
young
don't even
players.
think it's bad if they get, since the Heat aren't using them, if they got Oladipo. I even think Oladipo could help them out.
That's facts.
If they got Oladipo and then a point guard piece,
No,
that could help
but
them.
Oladipo should be coming
Just
back.
a 3-team trade. If they can add Oladipo
injuries are piling up.
and then some type of 3-point
No, facts. He can't play. He can't stay healthy.
But
Injuries are piling up.
I just think something like that would be better. But I think like we all came to that decision. It's not working. They should trade him or after this year find something else.
But you don't want to trade Russ for a player who like John Wall is hurt. I can't trade a guy who's playing for a guy who's not playing.
Yeah, you're right.
Like it's just not like it makes no sense.
He's not hurt. He just doesn't want to play for that team.
But true, like you had the Achilles, you had the knee injury, and he can't shoot,
Nah, he can shoot,
bro.
I've seen his takes where he can shoot.
I'll tell you right now, he'll
He's
come.
bro. I don't know. He's a much better shooter than Westbrook.
But it just
way better shooter.
But it
than
gets.
Westbrook.
But I'm a better shooter than Westbrook at this stage. You're a better shooter. He's a better shooter. He's a better shooter. But we're not like right now.
I'm not a
he
better
can't
shooter.
shoot. We're probably not better shooters. But trash and
But you'd have to try
trash and
it.
less trash.
Can you see? Can you see exactly? But we gotta try. Do you see John Wall missing layups? Do you see John Wall missing layups? John Wall's
I'm
not
willing
missing
to
those
try
type of
it.
layups, bro.
Yeah.
He's not missing bank shots like that.
I just feel like I need a player who's going to play.
That's the thing because at that point they don't need like an all-star 3. You know,
No.
third person on the team has to be decent, at least borderline all-star.
But I think they need
And that's
depth
John Wall.
because they have no depth. Like right now, they're like. Here's what I will say,
Bro, we got it. We got it.
Yo,
We got it.
Anthony Davis comes back, right? Kendrick Nunn comes back, everybody's healthy, we have a different conversation.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But I feel like we went in all to that. We kind of got that. Maybe we'll pick up something like this or go into the quarterbacks because a lot of people were talking about that. But that'll probably be for another day. I feel like right now we got a lot. We got like this one was almost an hour and a half.
Yeah,
so we got a lot of stuff in here. Gonna end up calling this a pod for now. This was a good one though. It was a good maybe future thing that we might do, having more people on. If we add in sports talks later, we'll have something with a bigger group of people. But this was a good look into that and seeing if we're gonna continue making those. Other than that, we're gonna end up calling this a pod. We're gonna have everybody's. Whoever wants their IGs at the end, we'll have
you can shout it out
watermark
there,
at the bottom. No, we'll probably put the thing at the bottom for whoever wants it. We'll catch up with it after, but this is end up being a pod. We're not going to really put a number on it like the other ones. This one, we might start another category, just say sports talks, maybe put like episodes on that.
QME
this is gonna
sports
be
talk. Yeah.
Sports talks for QME. This is the first episode of that. It's my Artie, QME. We had Prince. We had Andy. we had John. So
Let's go.
that's it.
Oh shit! Yeah.
As
Okay.
always,
Yeah.
this is QME. Quit making excuses. Get on your grind.
This is QME. Get on your grind.
Get on your grind.
Your grind.
Started out with half and I flipped it in a double. Started out with half and I flipped it in a double.